It's time for another episode of Tales from the Flipped with your favorite flipped keeper, Fani Willis. Welcome to An Exile. I'm Doug. This is where all the happy people are. I'm going to show you how the idea that Fani Willis only jacked up 18 people's lives, false accusing 18 people just to get them to flip, is against our justice system. It is totally immoral, goes way against innocent until proven guilty. It's an abuse of her office and her power and is an impeachable offense. Now, I can't prove it's an impeachable offense, but we all know it is. And she needs to get the boot, this rat. What a sewer rat. Okay, here's the article from Business Insider. And just so you know, this article knows almost nothing, but I thought it was good fodder. Here it goes. At least 6 Trump co-defendants in Georgia election interference case have talked plea deals, and the list most likely won't include Rudy Giuliani. They don't know that, but we'll run with that for just a second. At least 6 people were offered or discussed plea deals in the Fulton County, Georgia indictment related to former President Donald Trump's effort to overturn the 2020 election. Sources told CNN. Sources, unnamed sources. You know what sources told me? Sources told me that CNN was a criminal enterprise, that CNN was full of fraud, that CNN should never be watched again. That's what sources said. Just so you know how this works. Sources. Sources did not disclose the details of the plea deals, but they told CNN that the pro-Trump lawyer Robert Cheeley received an offer, and that the former county election supervisor Misty Hampton and the former White House aide Michael Roman are in talks about potential deals. So I just want you to say this. In this paragraph, they say Robert Cheeley received an offer according to sources. Next paragraph. Cheeley's attorney Rice told CNN that the Fulton County District Attorney's Office made an offer some time ago and that it was declined. So now they're changing their story from the last paragraph, which is that offers are being made, to this one, which has an offer was made a long time ago and it was just declined. Let's see if this gets any worse in the next paragraph. Quote, to say that we're currently in discussions with the DA's office would be an inaccurate representation of what's going on, Rice told them. So they're not in negotiations in this paragraph. Boy, that escalated, that de-escalated quickly. By the way, I think this is what you do when you're holding out your information. You go, I'm not in talks, like to really scare the Fani Willis team into going, wow, he really isn't going to budge. We better offer him better. We have to really offer him some. We have to really bribe him, officially bribe him by the state with something good. So we're hanging this jail sentence over these people's heads, presuming their guilt. A Fulton County grand jury indicted Trump and 18 co-defendants in mid-August under the state's Racketeering, Influenced, and Corrupt Organizations, or RICO Act. This is not racketeer influenced, and this is not a corrupt organization. That whole charge is just made to bring a giant hammer down on innocent people to get them to lie. Using the racketeering law allows prosecutors to charge multiple people with various crimes under one case by arguing that those people committed the offenses as a particular of a single criminal enterprise or goal. And as this whole thing unfolds, it is so general and so misused. This whole statute has never been used in this way before. This is Democrats just completely unleashed. They will do this to all of their political opponents. Why not charge me with racketeering while you're at it, Fani Willis, you moron? Part of District Attorney Fani Willis's strategy could be to get as many co-defendants as possible to flip on Trump to isolate him and others at the top of the indictment. No kidding. No kidding. That's that they want as many co-defendants to flip on him as possible. Could be. Legal experts. By the way, I'm a barely literate comic book artist, and I know better than these people. Legal experts previously told Insider that having a large group of defendants is beneficial because some of them could feel compelled to cooperate with investigators to get lighter sentences. No kidding. Is that how it works? Is that what we're doing here? Yeah. That's exactly what we're doing here. I don't know why they're feigning ignorance like this. And then this one is hilarious because they got caught. They got caught doing a dirty deed, and now they have to pretend like they're actually about justice. So, quote, that could very well be the case, but not necessarily, unquote. Melissa Redmond, a former deputy district attorney at Fulton County DA's office, told Insider, and is therefore probably lying, quote, it could be that the prosecution is wanting to resolve as many of the cases as possible. There's still value in a defendant admitting their role in the enterprise, even if they don't directly implicate anyone else, unquote. That's false. That's a lie. They're trying to say, hey, we can still be about justice. We're just not trying to get flippers to target Trump. Remember, there's still the sin of trying to overturn an election. We really care. Look, none of the co-defendants who have accepted deals have had to plead guilty to the racketeering charge or have received prison time. That's because by implication, the justice system knows they don't deserve it. Not one of them are nailed with RICO. Not one of them is going to jail because none of them are guilty of it. None of them will be. Their only shot is going to be to try to get Rudy to agree to it. They have to get one of them to agree to a RICO charge, or this whole thing will get thrown out because they overstepped their boundaries. They went in too hard with a weak hand. They have to justify that RICO charge somehow. Otherwise, it really does look like they just plastered all these innocent people with the jail sentence, and all the people got afraid. They all turned, which shows that our system is corrupt, which is why this whole case will probably be overturned, I'm predicting. If they don't get someone to admit to the RICO charges, that is racketeering and a corrupt organization, which I don't think any of them, not one of them, have agreed to that yet. And then finally, Ted Goodman, Giuliani's political advisor, told Insider in a statement that the only deal Giuliani is making, quote, is to tell the truth, unquote, and accused Georgia prosecutors of being partisan Democrats, quote, focused on their own partisan political ambitions and keeping President Trump out of the White House. So far, Giuliani's political advisor is the only one I've heard tell the truth. Well, we'll keep you posted on Fani Willis and all of these Trump indictments, and we'll throw in a View episode here and there too. I hope you'll subscribe to this channel. I'd love to have you in my audience. Leave a comment below. Let us know you're there. I'm Doug in Exile.